Hello everyone, Dr. Joe here. Today I want to talk to you guys about bottled water. I want to talk to you guys about the source, the container, and the type. So let's start with the source. Bottled water, obviously bottles, they have plastic and glass, versus the tap water. So why choose bottled water? Well, if you're not filtering your tap water at home, there's a problem that it could give you some problems. If you check out your water bill at the end of the month, in the bottom corner of the water bill usually, you'll see a few letters, CL, ppm, and FL, ppm. CL represents chlorine, FL represents fluorine, and then ppm is parts per million. So that's the amount of that elements in your water. Chlorine is what's used to clean the water. Fluorine is used to cover up the taste. Uh, I prefer not to use any of those. Personally, I have a water machine at my home. The brand that I use is called AquaTrue. It has 3 filters, does some reverse osmosis, which when you do that, you have to replace the minerals because it takes that out too. But I feel that it's a lot safer and healthier to drink than the tap water. And overall, my goal is to try to avoid as much as possible. It's really hard living life to do it 100% of the time, but every action that you take helps to improve your health. So that's why I choose bottled water unless you have the filtered water at home. So my preference on the road is a brand called Mountain Valley Water, and I actually prefer glass. So I'll show you an example if you've never seen it in the stores. That's the glass bottle there, and it's pretty healthy. I've checked the source of it, and it's a lot better than a lot of the stuff that's out there. And the reason that I use glass is because of plastics. And let me talk about plastics. So that's the first category, was the source. So now let's talk about the container. So in plastic water bottles, usually it's located on the bottom of the plastic bottle. I'm going to show you on just a plastic container that I have. So what you're looking for on the bottom of the plastic is a triangle. It's usually shaped 3 arrows with a number located in the middle of that. You can see that there. In most traditional water bottles, such as Deer Park, it's usually a 1. In most drinking waters, in that material is usually a 1. So when you use a plastic water bottle, and sometimes you use that at the gym, you want to make sure that the number 2, 4, or 5, that's the safer plastic to be drinking out of, so that the chemicals in the plastic do not leach into the water. So please remember those numbers and look out for them. The best ones are 2, 4, and 5. The next group are the numbers 1 and 7, and those you have to be cautious. And then the last numbers that you want to avoid completely if possible is the number 3 and the number 6. So just to go over that again, the good numbers are 2, 4, and 5, and the cautionary numbers are 1 and 7, and the really you have to avoid them are 3 and 6. And the reason is this plastic normal bottle that everybody drinks out of, when you see the 1, if you leave this in your car overnight in the heat or you freeze it, the chemicals in the plastic will get into the water, and you probably can taste that. So that's the reason why 1 is not safe, as if you see the number 2, 4, or 5. So that's the container, and that's why I moved on to glass. If I'm out and about and I don't have a glass bottle or a water bottle with me, and I'm forced to grab a bottle on the road, the water that I feel that is one of the best ones out there is actually Smart Water, followed by Deer Park or Fiji. But I try to avoid one group of water, and that's the last thing that I want to talk about, which is the types. So on the traditional water bottle, Deer Park, it says spring water, and that's great. Spring water is what you want to drink. It's usually healthier than tap water usually. But what I don't like to drink is natural water. So natural water ends up being tap water. It's pretty much the same thing, and then it's just purified water, and you don't know what's in there. So purified or natural, to me it's kind of a trick, but you want to look for spring water. That's the best thing that I recommend when you're looking at water bottles. You know, a lot of people buy them by the case, and sometimes you go for the cheaper case, and you have to look for that spring water versus natural water. So just to reiterate everything that we spoke about today. One is source. So look into a filter for your home to avoid the tap. But specifically with bottled water, I feel that glass is the safest, followed by 2, 4, or 5 plastic. Avoid caution with 1 and 7, and avoid 3 and 6. And just a little bit extra about the tap water, the purified water. There's brands out there that Coke makes Dasani, Pepsi makes Aquafina. These waters are, from what I understand, purified, or just your regular tap water. So you want to make sure that you look into spring. And some of these other bottled water come with fluorine. That's not a big thing that I like to put in my body. Speaking in the same category with fluoride, I only use toothpaste, fluoride-free toothpaste. I believe that they create some toxins that stay in the body, and there's a lot of research about that. Check that out for fluoride-free toothpaste, and I also prefer my fluoride-free water. So check it out. Be a little bit more looking out there for a spring versus tap, and hopefully you can help to live a healthier life. So until next time, live happy, live healthy, be strong, be well, and be blessed and be brave.